Hello, and welcome to the inaugural episode of War of the Human Tanks ALTeR, and this is Darker Schneider. I just changed all my OBS settings, so let's see if it helped. I tried to record this earlier, and it did not turn out well. So here, there's a little girl, and she has like a pet human tank from the enemy faction, and the tank gets executed. This leaves a lasting impression on her, and she's very fond of human tanks. I'm going through this a little bit quicker because I've already seen it, and there's like a lot of story. So 10 years later, she is a commander of human tanks, and also we are playing as the opposite faction from the first game. I'm just gonna zip through this relatively quickly. I did a little bit of reading the dialogue on my first attempt, but I don't know what happened. I was using the same settings as I did for the previous Human Tanks game, and it just ran like garbage. Oh my god. If we get to the gameplay section and it still runs like garbage, I'm actually going to I was going to say I was going to hang myself with the cord of my headset, but my headset's wireless, so I'm pretty safe, actually. There's a pretty sweet piece of music that I'm going to skip, just in case. But if you get the game for yourself, you can watch it. It's pretty good. I played it last time, and it was glitching out. It also probably chewed up like 5 minutes of time. This is the inside of a cardboard box, in case you're wondering. It's not a concrete room with a light bulb. It's definitely the inside of a cardboard box. Kurara sent it, and the person does not want any of that business. So, Ruru jumps out, who is this tank here. And ALTeR, Matsuki Shiro, is basically the character we play as, instead of Shotaro. Both of which have a particular liking for human tanks. I do love that noise, though. It highly emphasizes the crushing of her spirit. There's also like a really great moment here that I don't want to skip through too quickly. It comes up shortly. I really want to do this completely blind, but OBS would not have any of that. Also, people just walk into our house, apparently. Do you remember Yamana? So they do have a little bit of history. ALTeR and Megumi. I'm just trying to zip through this. Like, I'm trying to leave the text up on the screen long enough that if you pause the video, you can read the story and catch up. But also get through it quick enough that we can get to the gameplay in a reasonable time frame. Last time when I was reading it, also, Ruru just broke a rare and out-of-print helmet. I guess out of production, since it's an item. And as a result, you receive punishment. And the first time through, I accidentally double-clicked here. But that shake is hilarious. This must be the whip of love. Now we're learning about Ishidaki here. Apparently Ruru is kinda kinky. You'll see in a moment. She's also apparently the greatest tank. But look at this line. She's like way too kinky for our needs. Which isn't a bad thing, but she's supposed to be a soldier. Definitely wants a different one. Anyway, she's our immortal tank to start off with. I don't know how you can become immortal without a red scarf, though. So anyway, this conversation has a lot of expository banter, and the story that develops is pretty good. But since the recording died last time, I'm going to go through it a little bit quicker, because it was almost 20 minutes before we even got to the tutorial stage, and I want to keep it close to 20 minutes long, but I also want to have some gameplay in each episode. So I want to give us some time to do the tutorial mission. Oh, and apparently Shotaro's unit became a rebel and joined us. So I guess in this alternate, is it an alternate timeline? Or is it in the future from the first game? I haven't quite figured that out yet. But in this version of the story, however it may be, Shotaro basically becomes a rebel and joins the enemy team, which is us. And that is how we're able to win battles. Because if Shotaro was our enemy, we would just lose every battle, is written. So they had to deal with that somehow, since we already established that Shotaro is undefeatable. We also have a truck full of supplies, so I hope we actually start the game with a good nest egg, since Kurara personally supplied us. Also, I love how there's this reversal here, where the Imperial tanks are all evil now, although with their green uniforms, they somehow look less evil. The commander is, like, really mean, though. I have to be very careful, because somehow I'm, like, clicking through the game window and pulling up OBS over and over again. When there's an interruption in the flow of the text, that's because somehow the cursor clicked right through the game and moved OBS to the top. I love the cat ear motif of ALTeR's hairstyle. So Kurara, like, really blew it and decided to engage the enemy head-on after we just finished saying that the enemy army is way too large to fight head-on and we need to do something more creative. So, and then we get ambushed and we're forced into battle with whatever tanks we have on hand, which turns out to be Ruru, who has no helmet, ever. we also have these little medals in the corner, which I guess is supposed to help us tell the units apart. It's a little bit different from the first game. This is the moment of truth, where we see if the game breaks or not, or if I've just been talking to the air for 10 minutes. It is taking an awful long time to load, though, which worries me.
3、2、1、状況
That
開
was
始
smoother. We do have some dialogue at the start. It's taking 100 years to load this up. I have an awful feeling about this battle. Okay, so, thank you for the tutorial. I'd like to play the game now. Why is it so rude to engage the enemy when we're supposed to protect her?
いきますよ
There's a lot more dialogue here, too. Okay, so it is a lot more responsive. Or is it? It's a little more responsive. It's still, like, actually awful. Not sure how to fix it, though. So, if that tank blows up, we lose Pico Pico. If Pico Pico blows up, it's basically the same result. So it's going to detonate. There's just like a delay in this battle. It's not as bad as it was before, but it's enough to be annoying. Because I like to be able to just click on my tanks right away. I'll play with the settings some more. I think this video is good enough to go up. And also, with all that story out of the way, I'll be able to do more test battles. Because after this, I should be able to do... I might have to wait till after the first mission, actually, to be able to do a free battle. And the free battle will really let me test the performance. So I kind of want to get there. Enemy tank is moving. At this point, I prefer if they didn't. Because I'm a little bit neutered. Let's try and move here. Okay, we do have enemy in sight. So let's wipe that out. We are ever so slightly winning. I think we have exactly one more unit than they do. Two of our units like to blow up, though, which is kind of a problem for keeping units in the field. Unknown enemy attacked, and it was a miss, so they're gonna be somewhere in that vicinity. I want to... Let me click the tank, though. No, I don't want time to pass. I'll push the button. I don't know why this game is performing so poorly. It's like the same game as the previous installment, but you're playing as a different faction and get a different story. Okay, so can we get a recon in anywhere useful? I like to have a recon. Alright, so if there's no enemy there, I'm going to assume the enemy is up from that position. So this is our L, which is a long-range unit, and that's where I think the enemy's going to be. So we'll see. I didn't get this far. I started the battle, and then it ran like absolute garbage, and I stopped the battle. This is just like a little bit bad. I think all I need to do is use a faster encoding preset. I keep hitting the wrong button too. The controls are a little bit stiff. Where is this enemy at, though? I'm gonna throw an attack here. There's a bit of an assault tank shooting up all over the place. I need to find it. That looked like a command tank to me. It's gotta be, like, right there. Please. You understand? Victory's in sight. Even if I can't hit it, I should be able to see it. Let's throw a recon. Right here. Right here. This hits the most useful squares. X's. It's a Chitose to start. This is gonna be, like, really bad for business, but if I can move this tank, I can't even move this tank into position. Okay. Go there. Kill yourself for glory. That's the most annoying assault tank ever. That scout tank is dead. There's no saving her. My barrage tank will not be able to move in range fast enough. But possibly I can get this assault tank close enough for the revenge shot. I like how the music changed. No, I didn't want time. I want to move this tank so bad. Yeah, next turn that it gets, it'll be able to finish the job. If the other cookie doesn't get there first. Just stand by. Don't reveal your position to the enemy. Cookie, you gotta do it. It's gonna be like one tile of range. No matter which way I slice it. So I'm gonna go up just to give the other cookie some room to move. But yeah, we're gonna be like one tile at a range of being effective. Yeah, it's balls. So let's go and stand by. Our scout tank can connect really quick. Okay, please. Hopefully the enemy didn't get a chance to move in that quick second. For glory? For glory. Okay, so luckily the computer plays slower than I do. And I'll try to have the battle speed fixed. Actually, maybe it is literally the battle speed. Because the dialogue portion was going so smooth. It might. It could also be that's tutorial. I want to do the first battle and see. Like, I think it's just because it's loading so many tutorial things, like those dialogue boxes and stuff. So I guess we're gonna get a demonstration of Ruru's power. Looks like Ruru's blasting off again. Oh my god, this is adorable. If I can say anything about this Human Tanks game versus the first one, this one's got a lot more going on in the story section. Ruru can be seen blasting off in distance just like a comic villain. And it's so adorable, though. The thing where she uses space marines to blast her just like a comic book villain is her secret immortality. I can't wait to see the engineer. Could it be reinforcements, or could it be refreshments? Do we just have a human injury? Imminent production of human. Is this our engineer? The human tank engineer is also a human tank. That is a twist. Okay, so it looks like the first actual battle is coming up. We're gonna get the. I'm gonna assemble and deploy and everything. Then I'm gonna save, and we'll do the battle at the start of the next episode. And if it still runs like garbage, I'll fix it for the third episode. But I'm thinking that maybe if it's not the tutorial, it might just run fine. Don't even autosave without my permission. They really made the background stand out more. Remember it was just flat black before? Okay, so annihilate the command tank, staff off suggestion. Okay, so this is why we needed the medals. Because sometimes you have to fight Imperial and Royal tanks at the same time. We only have 3,000 supplies though. Okay, let's see if we can assemble. What have we got? We got leggings, which takes like all of our money. We've got L, which takes a good chunk of our money. We've got Cookie, which is really cheap. We've got Pico Pico, which I will never make except as material and research. Same with Pata Pata. Unless shock tanks are somehow better, I never use them. We have a Yako. Let's see what our starting modules are. Literally nothing. Oh good, we're starting with only command tank. So we certainly have to make something. So we can field 9 units, we have 8 slots. We have 4 cookies, which sounds like a bad idea for a healthy lifestyle. So we have 3 slots sited, 4 cookies, 1 command tank. I want a Yako, because I really like recon tanks. I also really like artillery, so I'll grab a couple L's. And that should be 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 8 there. I have miscounted. Let's make a shock tank because they have a really fast connection speed. Let's just make like all the tanks except for leggings. What are leggings? I want to look at leggings stats. This video is going to be like half an hour long. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So Ruru is only like ever so slightly better. And it's the blue ribbon on her hair that makes her work. Okay. I think we've seen this battlefield shape before. I'm not gonna lie. The battle preparation screen is a little bit chuggy too. I will definitely have to run some further tests. So if it's not a problem with you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this set up. I'm going to play it off camera a little bit. Like I'm going to start the battle and I'm going to play it and see if it's still chugging. And if it is, then I'm going to close the game, change the settings. I'm basically closing the game because it takes 1 second to open it. And change the settings in OBS. Then I'll start back up and see if I can get it run smoother. I'll just keep adjusting parameters that I think are causing trouble until I find basically a suite of settings that actually allow the game to run smoothly. So the first test, of course, is going to be trying it without OBS on at all, to see if it's a problem with OBS being on or if it's just the game. And then if it's not a problem with the game itself, then I'll mess with OBS. If it is a problem with the game itself, then this is life. Every click will have to be slow and deliberate, because I do want to play this game a lot on camera. Like, I don't want to play a lot of this game on camera at once, but I have a strong desire to play this game on camera. So yeah, right, I made extra units. This is fine. Okay, so we're gonna make a real save. Right there. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, helps out a lot. And subscribe if you want to see more. And hopefully next time it'll run a lot smoother. So until then, bye now.